Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Nurse. My name is Laura Jean and this video is about doing Lotus. So as we learn to do Lotus in yoga, we need to release tension from the hips and get mobility in the hips and be careful of our knees. This video is especially for those of you who are doing my Ashtanga series, Basics 1 and 2. You're going to be at the standing posture Ardha Baddha Padmasana, which is where you're going to start doing Lotus. So I'll be showing you for that standing posture and how to release the hips. All right, hey everyone. So especially for those of you doing the Ashtanga series, you'll be at the standing postures. You'll be coming to Ardha Baddha Padmasana. So this is the pose after Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, after the standing balancing posture. In the video, the last video I made, I gave you guys a modification to do figure 4. And figure 4 is a good place to start as you do Lotus. This helps to release your hips. And as you begin to find more flexibility doing figure 4 in Ardha Baddha Padmasana as a modified position, eventually you want to start doing this. So once you got the balance, you'll start to scoop your hands underneath the ankle, like so. And I'm flexing my ankle so it's not buckling or like buckling. You can see how this is. The ankle is distorted here. You want to keep the ankle intact and flexing the toes to protect the knee joint. And at any time, you should never feel anything in the knee at all. If you do, you're going too deep and you need to pull back and give yourself more time for your body to open up. There's no end point that you have to do it right away. Yoga is about letting your body open as it comes, okay? So you start off by scooping your hands underneath the ankle, flexing your foot, and you can hold here. So this pose is another modified after doing figure 4. You can just hold here. And eventually what you're doing is you're pulling the heel of your foot towards the upper left crease of the thigh. As a direction, you're pulling the heel of your right foot towards your navel. And your knee, the right knee is dropping away from you and down. So as you hold this over time, you will start to feel the flexibility in your hips open up. And then when you feel ready, as you see, I'm scooping my ankle and I'm pulling the bottom edge of my right foot, the pinky edge of my foot, into the crease of my upper left thigh, like so. Pointing my toes and holding here. Dropping the knee down. There's no feeling in my knee. It feels totally safe for my joints. And to do the full posture in Ardha Baddha Padmasana, the right hand comes behind the back to grab the right toes. So you can start here as well as the next stage. And when you feel comfortable, you start to fold forward. So you start to fold forward, keeping the upper left thigh straight. And you can also have blocks nearby if you need them. So left fingertips eventually come to the floor, chest coming forward, and I'm folding forward. And eventually you just keep dropping your head down, left hand under left shoulder, bringing your chin to the shin bone. And then coming back up and releasing the leg. So that's the progression for Ardha Baddha Padmasana. So something else that you can do for everyone else working on Lotus is to work on your back. So this is a very safe, effective way to open your hips and start to experience that feeling of Lotus. So you're going to lie on your back. Again, I'm scooping my hands underneath the ankle. I'll bring my left foot flat to the floor and bend the left knee. And from my back, I'm pulling the pinky edge of the right foot in towards the crease, upper crease of the left thigh here, and pulling it towards that position from here. So this is a much more accessible way than when you're standing, because it's not weight bearing. And you can slowly release this right knee away from you in time without forcing anything. So this is really effective to find lotus. And when it becomes easier, you can come up to sitting, to sitting. And again, I'm scooping my hands underneath the right ankle. I'm pulling the edge of the right foot in the upper crease of my left thigh. The ankle's intact, and the knee is dropping down towards the floor without any feeling. And as you get this position and you get comfortable with this, you start to fold forward, your chest forward, and your hips will release even more. And so doing that on both sides, again, hands under ankle, bottom edge of the foot to the upper crease of the opposite leg, and giving time for your knee to release, and the hip. So that's the positions from standing and lying down. So eventually, full lotus looks like this. So usually we do the right leg first, traditionally in Ashtanga, but you know, sometimes in Ashtanga you don't want to follow everything exactly. There are certain things body mechanic wise that make sense to modify. So this is one of those times when if you always do the same leg first, your hips can get unbalanced and they affect the lumbar spine. So by switching your lotus, by putting your left foot first and switching it left and right foot first, back and forth, it'll keep your hips and lumbar spine more balanced. The reasoning in Ashtanga that they say to always do the right foot first is because of the liver being on the right side of the internal abdominal cavity. So that's the reasoning behind it. So at the end of the day, you just need to do what feels good for you and your body. And so ultimately, lotus, you're bringing the right or left foot first, bottom edge of crease and the upper crease of the thigh of the opposite leg. And then same thing, I'm cupping the ankle, pulling it into the upper crease, and sitting in lotus. And this is wonderful for meditation, even just progressing into your yoga practice to do more moves. It's a really fun position to get into. As you start doing it, you'll just want to keep doing more and more. So, namaste. That was the word on lotus for the day, and please join me for the next videos.